Chairman, Ambassador, welcome back to the Finance Committee. You've been extremely busy since your confirmation. I want to point out the work you have done in the past 2 months has made it clear you are the administration's leader on international trade, and I thank you for that, and for spreading the message and educating your colleagues and international counterparts about the important role that trade plays in the U.S. ag economy. Note I said agriculture economy. Thanks also for your selection of Greg Dowd to be your lead negotiator. He's a good man. And, Mr. Chairman, I would hope that we could expedite his consideration with regards to his confirmation. I had the privilege last week to speak at the Agriculture Symposium held by the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City. That's right in the heart of farm country. We discussed the severity of the current state of the ag economy. It is clear we are in the middle of a very rough patch. I hope it is not prolonged, but that seems to be the case. The outlook will not improve unless we have a determined effort on trade. We've talked about that. Thank you for your support for that. And I'll just say it wasn't too long ago people have noted the comments made by the President when he was campaigning, and for that matter, the candidate that he opposed, Secretary Clinton, and both opposed TPP, and both had some pretty strong statements about NAFTA. I don't think NAFTA should be a target. I think it should be an opportunity. I note that the verbs have changed. It isn't kill or terminate. It has gone to modernization, strengthen, improve. My word is fix. And I think you have been key to that. As a matter of fact, in talking to producers that I have talked to in Kansas, Michigan, Montana, and soon to be Alabama, and everywhere we go, they are extremely pleased that you are leading the effort on trade. You are called the green light guy. And we hope we can turn the green light on with regards to specific products. I think that's probably enough to say about NAFTA. I was pleased to hear that U.S. beef is now headed to China. I know we have problems with China, and you have just outlined those. But thanks to the progress made in the 100-day action plan of the U.S., the China Comprehensive Economic Dialogue, a shipment of beef from Nebraska should have been Kansas, but at any rate from Nebraska went to China. Another important component of the 100-day action plan was a commitment from China to try to work towards a stable science-based system for approvals of agriculture biotech. Last week it was announced that 2 events received approval in China. 6 more events remain sitting in the queue. We're nearing the end of the 100-day action plan window. Where are we on that with regards to any progress?
Well, Senator, as you say, there was an early harvest that was beneficial to several sectors, but the one you note is American beef, and the first shipments have already gone off. We have, I think, another few days in the 100-day period. There are a variety of other items on which there are negotiations. There's a hope that we'll get another harvest of some level before the 100 days is up. And then the question before the administration and before the Chinese government is, what is the next step? What kind of a next tranche do we have? There have been an exchange of a variety of priorities that the United States has, as well as a variety of priorities that the Chinese have. So we're still in the position right now of trying to decide exactly what the procedure will be going forward. But there clearly is pressure, as you suggest, even on the early harvest. We haven't seen all 8 of our applications be approved yet. That's something that we have to keep leaning on, and we expect that that'll happen. But, I mean, the pressure is still on. The trade deficit hasn't gone down any, and the President feels just as strongly as he did before the 100-day starts. So we'll find out whether or not that's a good way to organize our talks with China, because we have an awful lot of talks on an awful lot of matters. a lot of agricultural matters that you're aware of, as well as a huge number of other ones. But at least we have had some progress, and I think that's important. And I think the President and Secretary Ross and Secretary Perdue get a lot of credit for that.
Okay,
And they have followed through to make sure that what the Chinese said they were going to do, they have done.
Well, that's indicative of your team effort that you have led at the White House, which I really appreciate. I appreciate your August 16 update and the fact that you're going to have June hearings and that you have heard so from just an awful lot of folks involved in this. That should answer part of the transparency issue that the distinguished minority member brought up, and I know that you'll continue on that. Keep up the good work. You are a hero out in farm country right now, and I truly appreciate that.
Thanks, Senator.
Thanks, Senator.